Hey y'all, what's going on? It's the Coastal Critiques panel. We're back again to discuss the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City's Season 5, Episode 12, Mazel, Meredith. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
And we're here, like we said we were going to be. 2 days in a row, y'all. 2 days in a row. Oh my God. Episode 12. Oh my, it's crazy to think. Like we've been out this for a little minute, I guess. Wow.
I guess so. Nice season. 12 episodes.
It seems like it's flying by when you're having time, right? So I'm not complaining, y'all. This episode was cute as well. We got quite a bit more of Meredith than some of us would have wanted. But yeah, Mama, she's finally getting a little bit of camera time, I guess. So nonetheless, y'all already know we got to start off by saying we are streaming from both platforms.
Absolutely.
You are following both of us on our respective platforms. Make sure you're hitting the like button on each platform. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're commenting. Shout out to the replay gang. Make sure you're sharing us with all your people. All the things, y'all. If you are in the bushes, why don't you come and drop down in the live chat and tell us what you guys thought about the episode, as well as our commentary. We love to, get all your thoughts and opinions and different perspectives on things. Hey, LaDonna, who we got in here? Hey. Yeah. She is with the and I am too. Each other on that one. I'm heated. Broadway was playing chess and set everybody up. And when they go to the reunion and figure out she's a fat girl, bravo, Heather. Okay. You know what? They actually are. No, they were actually filming the reunion right now or last night, today, whatever. Yes.
Because Mary showed up at the after with Andy and her reunion dress, her reunion look, her and the other lady. So you're absolutely correct.
It's gonna give. I feel like it is because the season is gave. So hey, Kimmy Nicole.
Hey, Kimmy Nicole out here to say hi to LaDonna too. Hey, LaDonna. Okay.
I appreciate it. Yes. Hey. Yes. Do as Kimmy says. Like the video. Shout out to anybody who's watching on X. Remember though, after this premium subscription is no more, y'all are going to only be able to see us strictly on YouTube or also follow us on Bluesky. I'll be frequent on there. But shout outs if you are watching on X right now. I think there's two people watching on X right now. So hey to y'all, come on over here, subscribe, like, do all the things. Who else do we got in here? Hey, Orange Blossom. The episode was amazing. Angie K was activated. Yes, she was.
Oh
I know some of us in here are not fond of Angie. And we all have our faves and our least faves. But like that's my girl. That is my girl across the board. She did not disappoint this episode, y'all. Hey Kevin, look at
what
aren't we? But aren't we though? We was just here, same time, same place yesterday. And
that's why I switched up the background so y'all know it wasn't like you not caught up in the
just sat here, the last 24 hours. That's hilarious though. It's always good to have Kevin in the chat. We're excited to see you. Hey Ellen.
Hi Ellen. Love. Kudos to you.
Angie was surprised to receive an invitation. Meredith invited Angie just to have her escorted out by security. I'm glad you said that.
Tell it.
That is exactly what happened. Ross edits that Lisa They really do. The editing on this particular franchise is just it's my favorite.
I think you're right.
It's my favorite. I'm trying to think. I'm like, who else really do I love their editing? Honestly, no, I really love their editing.
Yeah, their editing is on point. Stay on point.
It is, y'all. So I guess without further ado, we might as well just jump into it. Actually, no. I want to start off by saying I knew yesterday, y'all already know if you were in here yesterday with us, my mind was all over the place and I knew I was going to forget something. And I sure did. We forgot to bring up the fact that last week, our favorite, let me cross my arms. Our favorite,
he does this one too. You do this cross arms and he does this one too.
He does, and just there, just ready to say something and rain on his wife's parade. But last week, y'all, in last week's episode, I should say, Todd. So when they were at the dinner, the Shabbat dinner, you guys remember that part where Bronwyn was talking about how it was right after Heather said that weird friend stalking behind friends' backs comment or whatever. I was kind of read to it a little bit and was like, okay, like I can stand that or whatever. And then she also went on to say like, okay, yeah, because when you're good with people, it doesn't land the same as when you're on bad terms with the person, which I'm like, okay, I can understand what you're saying there. She's and even me, like I'm not, above reproach pretty much. I can be a snarky BIT. And why did Todd lean over and say like, don't say that?
Don't say that.
He said it like twice, I want to say. Like,
yeah, he did. He stuttered with it to make sure that she heard. Don't say that. What?
And it's like, okay,
Daddy.
It's like I kind of understand where, like, for a minute I was like, okay, maybe he was trying to, because some of us sometimes we do speak on ourselves like in a very what's it called? Not self-deprecating. Yeah, like some of us can like kind of be our own worst enemy sometimes and not talk about ourselves in the highest of the high sometimes. I get it. We all do that sometimes. And I think that's where she was coming from when she was saying like, I'm not perfect too. I could be, snarky. I could be this, I could be that, whatever. That doesn't mean that she was really like talking bad about herself. Jump in to say, don't say that. Like she's up here like discrediting her image or like it was. Go home, stay home, stay in New York. How about that? Just move to New York and just operate completely out of there. Then you don't have to get on a plane every other day. You can just live there all the time. Get off our screens. Because like that, I don't know. I just felt like that was unnecessary. And it's like little things like that make us be like, okay, like just Todd, you're just no fun to be around. Actually, I was with Todd checking Brown bring that they were at a religious dinner. Oh, okay. Well, okay, maybe she didn't have to say the B word then, but I don't feel like there's anything wrong with, I feel like that makes us human. That shows that you have humility when you could see your flaws, I feel like, and know that sometimes, I could be on one, just like I know sometimes I could be really dramatic. That doesn't mean that I'm, being negative, I want to say, but when you introduce, the cuss words in there with it, maybe I could see how that could be. Okay, I'll give him this much. Y'all see it? That's how much I'm giving him.
I could barely see it. It's minute, but yeah, I get that. Sometimes you do need to be checked in a moment sometimes. But in this moment, like she literally was talking about herself. So I feel like in this moment, you don't check her. Like if she was having an argument and you said to her, hey, calm down or bring the volume down or anything like that. But if she specifically said something about herself, like who are you to say anything? I'm thinking out loud. Can I think out loud? Is it okay with you, Todd, for me to think out loud? That's how I looked at it. Like you're parenting me in front of people on TV, sir. Mm-hmm. Don't do that. Now, if I turn around and say to you, "Sir, don't do that to me, honey. Don't do that to me on TV." And what camera watching? Don't do that to me on TV. Then what? Then what? What we doing? Because you checking me. You literally are checking me on TV.
She said the see you next Tuesday word. I don't know why I thought she said the B word.
Oh wait, she said I can be. I thought she said I could be a Courtney too. I thought she said quirky little B. She said quirky little C.
I still think two things can exist at the same time. Everything that you're saying, I think can exist, and what I say can exist. And then also I see like, yeah, maybe you could have used.
It's a little more derogatory. It's a little more derogatory, and it's a little bit. It's not for mixed company. Yeah, either. But the see you next Tuesday, out. Just like when Bronwyn said, sucking her. I don't if I'm not sucking your D, to Lisa, I was like, hello, people, hello, national TV. This ain't regular. This national TV, y'all. So you can't some things you can't say, and I don't care if you're looking for that moment. But I see what you're saying now, Kev. Thank you for clarifying that. What's up, Ray Ray?
Hey, Ray Ray. Shout outs to y'all because you guys always keep us in check. I really thought she said the B word.
Me too.
And I think it just obviously for a lot of us, we're hypersensitive to Todd right now, and it's like any little thing, like he steps a toe out of line, a lot of us are going to be on that ass, like me. So maybe I was took that a little to the left, but I do still what I say. You should be able to talk about yourself however you want. Like it's me.
I agree with that.
Hey Colette.
Hey Colette. Hey my big sister.
Friday, TGIF. That's crazy. It has been that many heard the B word and others heard the C word. See you next Tuesday was displayed on mine. Okay.
Because I didn't have it displayed on mine. I was going to
understand it more if it was that. So
yeah, absolutely. Now that spins it different. I'm looking at Ty like, okay, now like I said, I would have said the same thing. Like, girl, don't say that. Because I don't like, I've always been like that though. I don't like certain people to talk certain ways for certain people. Like an adult, when I was a kid, I didn't cuss in front of adults until I was of age to cuss. And I'm talking about, you see the teenagers, they'll cuss you out. They will cuss you out. Be on the bus, have a whole conversation, and they'll talk about the D's, the P's, the whoops, the wops, the what they doing, how they did it, who was there, why they did all that. And I'm like, uncomfortable. So for me, I've just been that type of person. So I'm with Todd. Don't talk like that. Like if my husband says something derogatory like that, I'll be like, "What? Don't do that. Shut up."
I don't know. Like,
I don't like it.
Like, don't there's so much beauty in people that understand. Like, okay, like we're not going to get in here and just be talking any type of way and be in front of these people, or know how to not use or don't use certain language that could offend certain people, or like that's just a big lesson. I feel like a lot of us should learn very early on in life. Like you'll never regret knowing what to say and not to say in front of a certain audiences. You'll always benefit from knowing your audience. Yeah, I stand by that, y'all. But
they stand for the clarification. You better help us work.
But y'all like the video. Let's get into this. So Meredith, as I said earlier on, she's getting ready for her bat mitzvah. She's rehearsing and she's working with her rabbi. She's, they're setting everything up, all the things. Seth was actually present. I think he was actually sober when we first saw him, at least.
Because he was waiting he knew how much alcohol was about to be flowing out of the come on now.
I can sacrifice pre-gaming for, the important right now, but as soon as we wrap, that cup was in hand, I'm sure, y'all. And
I don't have no, this is juice, y'all, but
yeah,
that's what we can do.
Cup was in hand, clearly. But he also their oldest son, Reed, he was there. I think he's like 26. Yes, she said 26? That he's the one that don't really like to be in the camera. He lives in New York also. I want to say 26. I want to say like 26, yeah. And her sister was there as well as her mom. So it's supposed to be a really nice occasion. She's got her whole family in the building. Again, they're getting everything set up. As the ladies begin to show up, it was Heather and her daughter, Georgia. They first showed up, and we find out that this is not Heather's first bar/bat mitzvah. She's been to quite a few when she grew up in Denver, but she hasn't been to one really since then because there isn't that huge presence of our Jewish community is not very large in Salt Lake City. So we learned a little bit about Heather with that. She also was indulging in espresso martinis, which is something she's not done since Palm Springs. If you guys watched last season, you already know Heather
lit. She was lit and got sick.
Yes, there was. Mama couldn't even get off the Sprinter van. Didn't they leave her on the Sprinter van for like?
Didn't they give her? Giving her bag or tried to give her a purse or something? It was bad.
Heather was on. She was tossed and lost, y'all. She was done. So, but side note, I'm curious. I don't know if anybody else picked up on this. I get it, y'all. I grew up, despite the fact that I live in California now, I grew up in a very snowy area at one point in my life. So I know that there can be the presence of snow without it being cold necessarily.
Man,
what was the temperature there? Because was it just me? Because like Lisa had on strapless, just completely bare. Whitney shows up in a faux fur. This person has on a 2-piece crop top situation. I just
what about Bronwyn? Bronwyn had on a spaghetti strap, mini skirt.
So it's just like
I was confused too. I was looking at the snow like it's snow outside, and I've been where it's snow and it's sun, and it's comfortable. It's still cool. It's still on the cool side for that snow to stay. It's cool.
I was so confused. I was like, is it hot or is it cold? Because everybody looks like they're going somewhere different. Yes, when I was on that expo line to and from work years ago, I had to use my AirPods. LOL, them kids are.
Come on now. That's literally all I can think of is a bus ride.
It's there's just something different going on in the younger generations I see today with my own.
They're not listening.
It's just like doing the most. I feel like all the time. I don't get it. Yes, the oldest son Reed was present. He is 26. Mm-hmm.
He is. What did Mary call him? Oh, you're a stud. You're a stud. Yeah. I said, yeah, he is a little stud. He's a cutie pie. Mary her lingo.
So funny when she's like trying, because she was obviously in front of was that the grandmother, Meredith's mom and stuff like that. So it's just funny seeing her engage with people outside of the group at times. Mm-hmm. Remember when she was sitting next to Electra and her little friend, and it's just I love seeing her interact with different types of people because Mary's she's really a hoot, y'all. I don't remember her. I don't think I had her beat or something. I wouldn't put it past her though, because Mama was going.
I think she might have.
Probably did, for all we know.
They got a bill. Let's be clear. They got a bill for that sprinter.
Yeah, they definitely did. Because I wouldn't be clean if I was the driver. Yeah, I don't. Or maybe it's just different for them in general because it is such a Salt Lake City, snowy, like cold. Like maybe our type of cold is not their type of cold, or I don't know. Maybe they just do things different there, or they could have had a lot of. Did you see those heated?
The heat lamp. They probably did have those.
They freaking.
Oh, we just had one at my cousin's house.
Like, you know how many times I've almost like set my hair on fire or something because those things get hot. Now it makes sense why Meredith is always in NY because of Reed. And I mean, wasn't that? No, they were in Chicago. Because wasn't she wherever she was before she moved to Salt Lake City full time? They were like in Chicago or New York or one of the two.
Somewhere around there in there. But yeah, that does make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's even more of a reason, obviously, for her to travel there. Obviously, there's a lot of work stuff there, but her son's there. Of course, she's gonna be there.
What's funny is that Reed is so private; they didn't even put his name underneath with his age. Like,
I know they did.
I don't even remember. Did he say
from? Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? I was looking for. I was like,
but it was. He didn't have no like. I don't even think he had a mic on. Like he was.
Oh yeah, he was definitely. Oh,
I love that for him. Yeah. Do that. It's fine. You're not obligated. And I say that, y'all, because I don't know if anybody has been watching Cynthia. She has a new podcast with Cynthia from Atlanta. She has a new podcast with Crystal, who was on Beverly Hills. Mm. And to make a long story short, Cynthia brought up her biggest and only regret on the show was having the cameras there when she dropped Noelle off at college, because that kind of set the tone. Her and Leon were there. So, people were like, oh my God. Yeah. And it made certain people, she said, like certain people, of course, then wanted to be her friend because of that. And then there's people that didn't want to be her friend, obviously, because of that. So it really set the tone and kind of made it a not great college experience right off the bat for Noelle. So again, long story short, I wanted to say that to say, like, your kids are not obligated to, this is your job. You sign up for this. Yeah. And when they're younger, obviously, yeah, they're kind of a part of your package. But as they get older and stuff like that, like, no, you need to respect their boundaries. If they don't want to be on the show, they do not have to be on the show.
Child, let me tell you something. These kids, my kids, two of them are still teenagers, 14 and 17. But literally when they turn about 14 or so, maybe 13, they don't even want you to put a camera in their face, take a picture with you, and don't you dare put me on social media. And if you do, let me see the picture first. It's like, I gotta go through all. I don't even want to put you on there no more. Like I lost the thrill, people. Like that's how the kids are. So I agree with you. Boundaries, and make sure if your kids don't want that to be their thing, then try to keep that peace for them.
Mm-hmm. Angie was surprised to receive an invitation. Meredith invited Angie just to have her escorted out by. I think you wait. I think you might have. Yeah, I think.
I said, did they flip itself, or didn't you read that already?
No, you commented it twice, Kimmy, but she's at work, so she probably
yeah. Maybe she didn't see that it came up.
No,
or she might be in the wrong in my chat, or
it might have been one.
Might have did it in my chat. Yeah, she might have put it in my chat and your chat too.
All good. That's more reason for me to agree with you and say yes. That's exactly what Meredith did when she brought her, when she invited her, 100%. Where were we? So, Lisa. I really loved Whitney's French twist too. I really loved it.
It was pretty.
I love French twist. I love an old school hairstyle that like we're still doing and reinventing and just making our own. I love it.
Agree. She looks cute. Her hair was really cute.
She did. But speaking of Whitney, she was really still very skeptical of Bronwyn because it's like, girl, like we were kind of cool for a second and then you kind of threw me under the bus. So she don't really trust her right now. And yeah, that's based off of everything that we see mostly in the last episode. Mm-hmm. What did Bridge and Tunnel, when Lisa was talking about bridge and tunnel meaning unsophisticated, what is that?
Child, that girl, child, girl. Who? What?
Is that an old school thing or is it a Lisa saying? It's like
I've never heard of it. I was glad they put it up because even when she said it, I thought she said Bridgerton. I was like, she talking about the TV show? I saw. I rewound. I said, wait, what's she like? I'm like, and then you're talking to an 18-year-old. Even she had say, I ain't never heard of that. I don't even know what that means. I'm like, nobody does.
Lisa was trying. Yeah, she was trying to
be cool.
It was Brittany because it was like, oh, Brittany started doing more with her nails, and she was talking to Whitney about it, and Whitney's nails were simple. And then Brown was like, do you get gems all over your nails? To Lisa, and that's when Lisa was like, no, like that's so tunnel and bridge or whatever she said. Just Lisa isms, y'all.
Bridge tunnel.
You know who else was there? Is this two episodes in a row? Maylene was there. Her husband, who's really just tall, average looking dude.
Really fair skin to her. Nice.
Yeah. What do we even know her background? Like
I don't know. I look at her. When they flash her, or we get a little glimpse, I'll be like, is that a black girl? And they'll be like, oh no, okay, that's Maylene. So I don't know.
Something going on, but I don't know.
Pretty girl. She's pretty to me.
Gotten one confessional from her, and that was back when she we found out that she used to do ice skating or she something with ice. Remember when they were in Milwaukee? That was the only time I think we got a confessional from her and learned anything about her. But nonetheless, I
got herself in the foot with that one. She did herself.
I mean, maybe, but from what we've heard through the grapevine is they cut her scenes and stuff like that. But a lot of times they only do that if you're like not really giving anything, and it doesn't. Even in the scenes that we do see her, like last night.
Oh, she irritated me.
Maylene did?
Yeah. We'll get to it. Yeah, she did.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just say that she doesn't own the moment. So
no, that's why she irritated me.
Especially as a friend. Anytime like Marlo, for instance, like she's gonna let you know Marlo is there, and then that got her a peach that got taken away, thank God. But yeah, y'all. So she probably did herself a disservice with that one. Angie, like we just said, was surprised to get an invitation, but she was hoping that means that they can move forward. She's happy to be there, all the things. Bronwyn also, when Angie walked in or whatever, was like, she's still not feeling Angie. They got into it real bad in the last episode. And her main thing is she didn't appreciate being told to shut the F up. Yeah, that was like her
I mean,
main.
nobody does. Nobody does. Nobody likes that. Nobody. First of all, just shut up. Period is a shut up. But then you add the F word on it. It's like it amplifies it so much bigger and so much. It's like what? That's like fighting words almost. So yeah, you got to be careful. Lisa was calling it ghetto. Wait, what? Oh, you?
Kevin, we're gonna have to
Yeah, Angie K acted. Meredith throwing Angie K out was Wilder. No, the hell it was not. Kevin, stop. No, it wasn't, and that's why May Lee need to be popped in her face because she could have really diffused it. She sat there. She know that Brittany said it, but we'll get to it. We gonna get to it because May Lee said something. It could have been diffused.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. So it is an old. I've never heard.
And maybe because we are not that.
Yeah.
Brittany was catching strays.
She sure was. Oh, I can't wait to get to.
Yeah, she does. And she don't know what to do.
Probably spinning the entire ride home because she's like, how did that even? This is the subliminal microaggression again. Roslick will never escape the racism narrative. Are you saying about the bridge and tunnel or whatever? No, Lisa's definitely proven like a couple times she has a very elitist nature about her. This is the last episode. Any of Maylee's scenes will be aired. As mentioned before, her scenes were cut once Robert discovered the antics of her. Oh, it was her political views. Oh,
yes, yeah.
That's
why I said she shot herself in the foot.
No, I didn't hear that it was because of her.
I'm like, literally, she didn't have to put her political views out on display.
I thought it was because she wasn't giving. No, and yeah, they're very sensitive to that right now, obviously, and they're going because after what happened with old girl a couple seasons prior, they're not even trying to. They don't want this franchise to go down the toilet after they worked hard to get it back to something, I guess. But anyway, she's not giving Angie the time of day until she apologizes. That's Bronwyn. Brittany asks Bronwyn and May Lee if Mary's coming because at this point Mary's the only one that's not present. And this is when we get that flashback that we didn't see it air, but we had a flashback between her and Angie from last week at Mary's house, and we hear Angie asking Mary where things lie between her and Meredith right then and there, and Mary's like, no comment, like no comment at all. And so Angie's like, okay, so
that's etiquette. That's etiquette. You don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing, and that's what she does that.
Very tactful. And then Angie's like, okay, well, what about the bat mitzvah then? And Mary's like, she's going to think about it. She does have more pressing matters to deal with in her life, though, right now. Like, what's important for her right now is being there for her family that needs her. And Angie's like, okay, well, like, what's going on? I guess, is there something, something happened or whatever? Is everything okay? And Mary's like, I'm sorry. And she just starts to kind of like get like a little bit emotional or whatever. And clearly she's not ready to open up about that. And Angie respects that though. She doesn't try to pry or anything like that. She does let her know though, when you are ready to talk about it or whatever, like I'll be here pretty much.
I love that because literally Mary's at the place where when she does go to speak about it to whoever she does want to give that information to, she's gonna cry. It's gonna be very emotional. The first person she literally tells outside of Robert Sr. is gonna get the most emotion about it. So she's probably being very tactful with the group and the girls in the way she's gonna present it, even though she presented it to us, the audience, but presenting to these girls and to make sure who's her real friends. And I think that's why she's kind of taking her time with it and trying to digest it as well, so that she won't be so emotional. Because ain't nothing like trying to tell somebody something and you're so emotional you can't even get it out.
You have to be right. Yeah, otherwise you can't even get those words out. Meredith's mom and sister, like I said before, they're present. And okay, I need to ask you guys, did you guys feel as though Heather was trying to be messy when she was introducing Whitney and Angie to Meredith's mom? When she was like, oh yeah, I'm sure you've heard, so much about them and whatever. She was like, this is Angie and this is Whitney. I feel like that was her trying to be messy because, I'm pretty sure Meredith has no issues telling the people in her life about her being a victim. So I'm pretty sure she's told her mother about these ladies, or she's seen it or something, obviously. And her mom did keep it cute though. She was like, oh, I don't know or whatever. Which
like, don't put me on the spot.
Like, put me on the spot. Yes, I know exactly who these are, pretty much, but she did not let us know that. Lisa also grabbed her mom's ear for a second, and this is when she talks a little bit more about John, him finding out that he's Jewish, and you already know how I felt about how all that transpired. But yeah, they just talk for just a moment about that, and as they're talking, Meredith's being led in by a horse-drawn sleigh, and it's her, Seth, and the kids.
Right before you finish on that, that's showed a little bit of elitist too. When you notice how she described,
she was like, family. She's just some random person. He's Jewish by way of the dad,
right? He's German Jewish, and then he's like a white girl with blonde hair from Arizona, regular. I was like, girl.
Yeah, I caught
that. I just was like, I don't like the way you even said that. Like, that didn't even come out right to me
at all. I caught that.
Okay.
And
it's like, I thought that was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. She says that she typically wouldn't try to make, a grand entrance or nothing extra like that, but this is a special occasion, so why not? But and like I said, her kids and her Seth is in there, and they pull up all together, and of course everybody's like, oh, congratulations. And
what did Heather say?
Wait, what did Heather say?
She was like,
Mazel.
That's my B. Like, meaning like it was so cute how she came out, which was cute. It wasn't a nice little entrance.
It was.
I was like, yeah, that's so funny.
It was really cute. Meredith, she seems to be happy enough. She's greeting everybody, to include Angie and Whitney. She says when talking about Angie that she was happy to invite her or whatever, because this is all about inclusivity. This is about positivity. This is about all the good things. So she even smiled and crossed her fingers when she was talking about how she's hoping that, this means something good for her and Angie. Like, maybe they'll be friends now and all this stuff. She's talking real highly at this point, y'all. I'm just letting you know. So once Meredith gets there, obviously they all head inside, and it's time for the ceremony part. Paraphrasing that to say that Rabbi said some words, Meredith said some words, of course. They do like all the ceremonial things, and the scarf that she had was actually Seth from when he did his bat mitzvah, and he actually like offered it up to her to wear. So that's a way for them to bond and connect and be spiritually in tune with one another. So she was happy about that. I thought that was, even though we give them about their marriage, I do think at least today that was cute enough today, I will say, and nice enough today. I think that was nice, but does that still mean that they're gonna be together forever? I don't know.
I don't know.
It was cute enough. Lisa, while they're doing the whole ceremony, she's getting emotional because it's like reminding her of her Jewish heritage, and then this is also making her like feel like closer to Meredith too. And y'all, Lisa is always gonna find a way to like tie herself into whatever's going on, no matter what. And I'm not saying she's lying about her heritage or anything like that, but Lisa is always going to find a way to connect with a person, no matter what that person looks like, has been through, where they come from, what have you. So as the ceremony is going on though, y'all, we see an SUV pull up, and a certain person pops out of the SUV, and it's none other than Ms. Mary Cosby. Okay. So she's like, even though me and Meredith are, not really in the best place right now, it's still very important for me to show up for her and everything like that. It's important for me to be here. So everybody's inside seated. Meredith is up on the mic saying words and different stuff, and we see none other than Mary. She doesn't exactly know, I guess, how to get inside the building, so Mary proceeds to walk around and peek in the doors and the windows.
And they had like shades
Yes,
inside over the window, so she couldn't see in.
so she couldn't really see it in, but they all saw her because the window was positioned. One of the windows was like positioned right behind the podium and everything. So she's peeking in. They're like, "Oh my God, is that Mary? Is that Mary peeking? Oh my God!" Like Meredith, of course, she has no idea this is going on because her back is to it. But completely the most funniest thing I've probably seen all week. This, of course, would happen to none other than Mary, but she does finally make her way in, right in the middle of things, and takes her seat and everything. And really, I don't really think. Do you have anything else to say about the ceremony? I don't really think.
No, it was a nice ceremony. I don't know how she can learn all those words in Hebrew. I love the way it sounds. I'm like, dang, it just seemed like it's hard to do, but she did her thing. She did her big one.
I don't think I can do it. I don't think so. Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, you're so sweet, Kevin. I love you.
FYI, at least to discuss more of the and once again, I did not.
Jewish.
I'll have to do like a short or something because I did not have time again to watch the after show. Sorry, autocorrect is the devil. Oh,
I know. It literally is. This is real fake doing that, trying to be late when she don't.
Yeah, like
we see through you, girl.
I'm so confused, and I was also confused too. When was it Angie that was telling Lisa that her hair looks so good? And I was like, her hair looks like how it always looks, straight down.
She doesn't do anything else to it.
I don't even think she colors her hair, maybe. Or if she does, it's probably just to cover the grays or anything like that. Not saying you have to color.
Yeah, because I love the way her hair looks in the sun. Sometimes it has this glow on it, like it has a cellophane glow.
Like curl it, do some layers.
Only thing she's ever did, she might put it in one ponytail and had like a one piece on one side. I think
I don't even.
It might have been in a confessional. Only like one time.
Like waves, I think before. Like
I think she did do the wave too. I think I do remember her seeing. She do something else. She does. She's so Lisa. She's so Lisa.
How is Rossick not in scripted comedy yet? Mary had me dying laughing when she peeked through the window and everybody could see. I think I fell off the couch.
Like what was like? How do we get her out of this situation? Like, you're sitting there. Like, do one of us get up to go get her? Do we let her keep peeking? What is the etiquette? Like, she can't see you. She can't see. She wouldn't show. She literally can't see in there. So it's like, I was like, what do you do to help Mary out? Because I wasn't here for Brittany said, oh, this is so embarrassing. Well, get up and go help her then. You feeling so embarrassed with your old weird self.
So awkward.
It was awkward, but Mary, she's the life of the party. I love her. She almost can do no wrong. Like I don't even know how this is even happening. How Mary just became one of my faves like this. Literally, Mary I did not like her, but the first season I had to figure her out, and I was just like, with the church and stuff, it was a lot. I was trying to intake a lot and trying to learn her too. It was a lot to take in. So I kind of put her in a back burner. Like, I got to wait. I got to deal with Jen first. I got to do the Jen Shaw thing and then I'll come back to you, Mary. So I'm like literally just now, like out of love for Mary. So yeah. And shout out to Nola Reeves because my sis love her so Mary. She been on Mary. Boy, she been on Mary. She would be taunting me and Barb in our chat about just everything is Team Mary. So it's just funny for me to be Team Mary. I love her.
I do like Mary this season. She's definitely been giving y'all. We've been saying that week after week.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that she's not clocked in, that she's not, showing up, being very dynamic in scenes, being very humorous in scenes, and also still bearing her soul and like her real life. Like I've never thought in a million years we would have got this version of Mary, but here we are. That was funny seeing Mary playing Peekaboo. It really was.
Man.
Only Mary.
Yeah, she goes through every window, like as if the next window was not going to be covered. Like, just walk around and find a door, Mary, at this point. Like, literally go find the door. Mm-hmm. You peeking in is not helping. Just go find the door.
what are the odds? What are the odds? I think it's just because like Meredith is like, she's also somebody too. That's why her and Lisa are such good friends. Because
they got that dry tone. They have a dry tone.
Meredith's just like dry and just very.
But I thought Ellen, I thought that she sounded like she really was into it. It was like, you know, she was used. The words were, I guess, pronounced right. I don't know, but the way that everybody made it seem like she did that. Even her daughter even had to come in when they showed her the daughter coming in the bathroom scene when she was in the bathtub, and her daughter was like, "Mom, I'm like seriously so proud of you." She was like, "Cause I think even the daughter was like, girl, because that's a lot." I mean, she didn't use those words.
Yeah, she did. I will. Hey, I will give her that. She did like dedicate herself to learning it and doing all the things. She's, you know, I didn't see any like awkward moments of her being like fumbling around or trying to like she did come off naturally enough. So shout out to her for that. And she did she felt really connected to her religion after all this. So,
and I like that for her. I saw it. I kind of like saw that. It went away at the end of the night, but I saw it. Like I literally saw what she was getting and what the thing that it was fulfilled. Whatever she wanted for this bar mitzvah, she fulfilled that, and you can tell it was all over her.
Yes, y'all, be a Mary. Be in a world full of Heathers, be a Mary. Okay, in a world full of Lisas, be a Mary.
Literally.
Speaking of though, the festivities that ensued after the ceremony,
excuse me,
the real party starts. This is when the real liquor comes out and Seth drinks it all. And Heather's plastic surgeon was also there, and she felt the need to introduce him
as such.
It was like, it was like really random for me. Bronwyn was happy to meet him though, so I mean, I hope that works out for her.
You know what? Let me just say this before you go on. When we were at your the modeling thing you did, sis, remember when it came down to San Diego, and you were in the modeling show, all those people that we met at the top, there's a lot of plastic surgeons there. Like literally, I met so many plastic surgeons that I was like, they just like, hey, gave me their card, and I was like, this is different. This is funny to me. Like literally, I was like, because I don't need it. No.
Funny.
I'm just playing.
Guess where I don't. You said you haven't caught up with Beverly Hills lately. Guess where they were at in their latest episode?
Where? Not at that place.
No, they were in Oceanside at the down by the freaking pier.
They're too close.
Like literally
too close to you.
Y'all don't know what that means, but like that literally they were 10 minutes from.
I was say literally around the corner from her.
They kept saying Oceanside. It was Kathy Hilton. She's the one that coordinated it, and she kept saying Oceanside, and I was like, this must be like some type of like I thought it was like a country club or something. I'm like, there ain't no way they come to Oceanside. Don't nobody just come to Oceanside like that.
The Hilton. I mean,
I was because that's the place that they were at was like the nicest. It's a really nice rooftop or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So random. Random.
Sorry, y'all. We just have to do. I just thinking about the plastic surgeon. They do that though because it's such a big deal to do. Like
Heather's plastic surgeon. I'm like, why Heather? Anyway, I get those type. I was probably a million of those people in there, of course. What else are you guys saying? This scene with Meredith less debunks this is a pseudo storyline. You talking about we're talking about just the bat mitzvah in itself, or you talking about with Angie? Ooh, I forgot all about her. Why she's Ellen, we don't know. We can't be. She's still here because her head got so big last season that now they're still trying to shrink it down to be able to take it off the studio.
Yeah, she was like, I brought down Gunaka. I'm
like she's still on cloud 9 from that, and they're still pulling it down. Honestly, isn't Oceanside? Yeah, that's where I live. Well, in San Diego.
Yes, absolutely. So nice. I love Oceanside. I love San Diego too, but I love Oceanside.
Yeah, which I could understand when you say that, I say that, whatever. I just wasn't expecting them to, of all places. Like, If they would have came to like La Jolla or something, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I got you. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Angie takes a moment to tell Lisa how she wants to speak to Bronwyn because she doesn't want this like pretty much like lingering between them. That she doesn't want to have an issue with her, and she knows that Bronwyn still seems kind of upset at this point, so she knows they need to have a conversation clearly. Mm-hmm. Mary and Meredith wasn't too sure how that conversation between them was going to go, y'all, but it goes well. Mary goes up to Meredith and congratulates her and tells her how, you know, like, proud of her she is and how happy for her she is and everything. But at the same time, like, make no mistake, everything that transpired the other day or whatever, like, I still didn't kick you out. Like, that still was not how that went down, ma'am. And Meredith is still standing on the fact that she didn't feel welcome. And in the end, though, they are able to apologize to one another, with Meredith saying that she is sorry for leaving or whatever. And then we have Mary saying that she's apologizing for making her feel not welcome and that whole thing. And they are able to hug and express how much they love each other, with Mary saying like, yeah, like this has been her good friend for some time now. So right now they're good. We'll see how long that lasts though, y'all. Heather says Meredith, while they're talking, we got Heather giving her commentary, talking about, oh, well, Meredith, she can't be that upset because I don't see any hot flashes on her back or anything. Like, I don't have seen any red flashes on her back. So she must be, she can't be that upset. Heather was did you guys feel like, and I get it, they all do it to some degree. Like, we see these two people over into it. Obviously, we're going to be paying attention across the room, but Heather was going out of her way to just.
Yes, she was. Walk over there, girl.
Nothing to do with, like, she hasn't had anything to do with what's happened in the last episode or two. So why are you the main one? Oh my God, what's going on? What they talking? Creeping up behind them and stuff. Like, girl, goodbye. Like, goodbye. Afterwards, we see Angie go up to Bronwyn and say, like, hey, can we talk or whatever? And they step aside and they start to discuss things. And Angie starts off with some compliments. She's like, you know, I like your dress and your purse and everything. And Bronwyn was like, oh, thanks. You know, so is this going to include a apology, or
that's the first thing? That's your first thing. So second off, is it going to be an apology? Girl, first of all, let's be clear. Anybody that does that don't deserve an apology. If you got to tell me I should be apologizing to you, yeah, it's not going to mean much because you going to tell me that I got to do it. I was so irritated with Bronwyn right here. Like, literally, I was like, girl, you don't tell somebody to apologize to you. You wait for it to happen. And if it don't happen, then you check them. So you're just not going to give me an apology. We talked about everything and you didn't give me an apology, but you don't cut them off before they can give it to you. So Bronwyn, boo on you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
I don't think Ozempic can shrink your head. It makes your head bigger because your body's shrinking at an extremely fast rate.
We are convinced that it has shrinker brain though, because
oh my God,
the only thing that makes sense. Like, it had to, because I just don't get anything that the antics that she's been doing the last season or two. Like, girl, Heather has become very unlikable. I mean, at the beginning, I am at the beginning of the season, Meredith's storyline seems contrived. Now at the event went through successfully, at Meredith's storyline is now more believable. I mean, yeah, like, I never
her storyline.
If we're talking about this bot mitzvah, I never thought like she was like pulling like strings or trying to, like, you know, put on or anything necessarily. I always just thought like, God, it's gonna sound bad. I always feel like it sounds bad when you're like, say you're not as interested in like the religious things or certain things. Like, it's not me saying like I don't care, but it was just so random and not something that I feel like we like are used to seeing them lead in that type of direction when they have like other stuff like this going on. Like, it wasn't anything salacious. It wasn't anything about her like getting a divorce. Like, it wasn't any of that type of stuff. So sometimes that can be less appealing to audience members, I feel like, when you don't have any of those elements. But I never felt like it was contrived. I just felt like it was like she don't have much going on, so maybe you don't belong on the show.
Well, I just feel like I feel like she might be running out of things to say, or
don't
want to talk about the same things like her and Seth. I don't think they really addressed that their real problems. Like they don't show us their real problems, even though we know there's a problem because her husband said it in the confessional. He literally said he is having issues with his wife, the way she talks and the way she acts with him. So, and then she's having problems with him leaving all the time. So they literally have a big problem going on. But we're just gonna not look at that. Not gonna look at that. We ain't gonna put that on blast. We're gonna, so maybe there's some truth to what Kevin's saying, because when you say it the way I just said it, repeating what you pretty much said, you kind of like, So we know y'all got problems and y'all not gonna talk about them. So let's go get real religious real quick. So
you might be going on. So it's like,
you might be right. You might be right, Kev.
I mean, I do like. It just depends on like how she ingrains this into her everyday life going forward. Okay. Like if she really is walking in her religion going forward, then and her heritage going forward, then okay, cool, great, whatever. But if you just like randomly like, okay, let me just do this to have something to talk about, like, then no, it's supposed to be organic. That's what we like to see, organicness.
Yes.
Meredith internalizes too much, and it's a chore for me to watch and like her. I try to have grace for her, but Hanukkah, I can't. She's just not. There's just it's always woe is me with her. It seems like it doesn't help that you're like always so monotone and so just like in a blazer in the corner, like
unless she's been drinking, and then it's like it's like it's slurry. Like, I hate to hear her
and hair down. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't be so like butthurt about something. Like she's just very sensitive all the time, every day, every moment, looking for a bathtub. If there's not a bathtub there, she's not gonna be happy. She's gonna be thinking that it's Whitney stealing her business ideas. She's gonna be calling her kids, freaking telling them all her issues, and she's gonna be looking for a cue to leave the scene. Like it's always the same stuff with her. So it's like, personally, I think the woman too is a storyline, still a storyline. Nothing else going on. What else is going on? Nothing. That's the thing. Nothing.
She won't she won't tell us.
Business, but she had, maybe because her business is doing so well, maybe there's not that much interesting things to, I guess, talk about because it's on autopilot, I guess, as other people would say. But I guess she just leads a life of leisure outside of that. Like she seems like she likes to do her baths and likes to just kind of have a chill, relaxed life.
And massages.
Yeah, she says she's out and about every day and stuff like that. But I just don't think that not everybody has that level of just whoa going on in their life every day. And that's okay. It's just not always entertaining.
It's not interesting. You're right. It's not making good TV. She's gonna have to figure something out. Now maybe
otherwise she's gonna turn up, like, not to cut you off, but Crystal, because like I was saying before, they got this podcast, her and Cynthia. I would say that Crystal from Beverly Hills was also enough. Cynthia too. Like we have those types of people where it's like they don't have as much dramatic, crazy things going on or whatever. So when they do come up with something like a Bailey Q or a bat mitzvah or something like that, it's just like, yay. Okay. Like, but it's you need those. Now it's gonna sound like I'm like, jumping back and forth over the fence, because at the same time you do need those people on the cast though. We can't all be
up here. Yeah.
We have to have those people that balance out those side characters and stuff like that. So
makes sense.
I don't know, I guess, girl. What's that lady name from last season? She's not sending random Gunica, Darnell, Garcia, freaking
Lopez,
It's like 17
It's
names.
like she got about 15 names, and she probably used all of them in different sequences.
All of them surgeries that she didn't want to pay for. Anyway, I'm just talking because really don't have that many more notes, honestly. But yeah, y'all. So Bronwyn and Angie, they're talking a little bit, and it starts to get into, well, you think I owe you an apology? That's crazy because I think that you actually owe me an apology. So it's kind of like an apology, like who's going to apologize first type of thing. And Bronwyn, again, she's still very pissed about being told to, shut the F up because, you wouldn't want me to say that to you. Like that's not cool at all.
How much of the scene did they cut? Because we get her saying it one time. She might have even said it twice. 7,000 times, girl. Bronwyn, like literally, you're making it a super big deal, girl. The things that come out your mouth, her telling you to shut the F up in that moment, she told everybody to shut up, and you too, and you too. So literally, it's not like you were just the only one singled out. You was the bottom line. Like everybody shut the F up. These two talk, and Bronwyn, you shut up too because you're not in it either. Now go.
That's like that's based off of like. That's not the subject, though. The actual subject is everything that happened before the shut the
right.
That's what you guys should approach first and talk about that. And then it's like, okay, side note, when everything was going down, you talked to me crazy too. On top of that, that was the extra layer, I feel like. But I don't know. Maybe Bronwyn just, I don't know. Maybe she just ultimately she was cool with everything until it got to that point, and it was just like, no, like that was my line. Like,
Bronwyn gets abused, and I don't mean like him. In my mind, I think
you know what you mean.
Her husband. I don't want to use abuse. That's not the right word. She don't get abused. I think that her and her husband spar together a lot, and she loses. And I think
she gets stunned by her husband.
And so what she does is take it out on the girls. So she comes in and she sprinkles a little bit here and there, and then watch what happens. And and when they come to her, like, yep, I did it. And what you gonna do?
Wait, didn't we say that about somebody else? Oh, it's gonna bother me. That's somebody else's issue on another show. That something happens with them and their husband, and then they like take it. Oh, it's gonna bother me, y'all. Anyway, I can't think of it.
It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
Anyway,
hey, Sweet Pea.
Yeah, that could potentially. Hey, Sweet Pea. Oh, I've been seeing a lot of chats lately. Like we've been. I didn't exactly write down everything that they were saying back and forth verbatim, y'all.
You don't have to, because we already know it was all BS, just like you just said. It was like literally you guys are sitting here arguing about something so minuscule in the scheme of things.
Angie's thing is you're twisting my word. You're twisting how it all went down. Last time I checked, it was you, me, and Whitney. And that's not even how the conversation went down. Like you're making it seem like I was over here dogging old girl out. And that wasn't the case. And Bronwyn is harping on the fact that she just needs her to address the fact that she told her to shut the F up and yada, yada, yada.
You know why? You know why she's doing that?
Because she knows that she was wrong.
Deflecting. She's deflecting. Yeah, she's deflecting. And I don't like it. Y'all let her do it.
Because she's starting to retrogress here, and we started off real high, Bronwyn, but you set yourself up for that. She did. And I don't know if I talked about it yesterday, but like she shouldn't have came off the cuff and said what she said to people that she just got back cool with 5 minutes prior. She shouldn't have said in that car anything about like, oh, there being potentially some weirdness around the fact that Heather and Whitney are the two that are planning this whole thing. She should have just kept it cute. And so then later on, when she was called to the carpet to speak on what she said, she should have just been very vague. And that wouldn't have made her seem like she was talking ish or, throwing people under the bus. And she would just kept it cute and been like, oh, yeah, they're just having this part. Like, I don't know. Like she didn't need to tell them what was said, because that adds the extra layer of messiness. And
especially when you putting two on the
to ask you what was said. You don't want to come out. You don't ever want to come out.
But that's because she's embellishing. And when you put 10 on too much, you put 10 on that, and you using your own words, just like how when the SLUT word comes up instead of them saying exactly what was said. So now we got the word slut coming up. because you guys want to minimize or change the word up or make it sound worse. And that's where it's all starting to just be y'all not listening to each other. You're not saying what was exactly said. You're going back and telling people, but you're going back and telling. That's like how rumors get started. Like they literally tell you that. You tell that one person, that person tell the next person, it's gonna come. It's not gonna be the same words. They're gonna use their own words and how they heard it. And then it just get back to that same. That's not even what I said. I didn't even say that. And then that person comes to you and holds your feet to the fire. No, because such and such said you said that. No, I said this. And if I'm the one telling you, if you're my friend or you want to be my friend, you actually should be listening to me. And that's the thing that is happening with Lisa and Whitney. Lisa keeps cutting Whitney off like she done lost her goddamn mind. Like, girl, what's wrong with you? Can the girl speak? No, because you don't like her. You clearly said you hate her. So no, you're not going to give her the time of day. You're going to keep talking to her out the side of your neck. And Whitney's probably going to get pissed off and cuss you out. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, no,
it's annoying.
I completely like that, and it's annoying, especially because it's Bronwyn, and it's like she was doing so good, and then all of a sudden you decide to make this rookie mistake, and now like I think you're actually pissed off with yourself that you made said mistake, and it's just you just I don't know. I didn't like her like this episode and stuff like that. I
did not like her at all in this episode at all.
Right? All just like
even her outfit fit her weird the way, and I noticed that like she got the sway back that hold your stomach forward and your body like land. I was like, stand straight up too, like stand up straight. I don't know why you slouching. It's ugly. I can't even do it. My back is hurt, but her stomach, she don't even got a big. You are a skinny girl. Why is your stomach protruding forward? What are you doing? And then your back is hunched over. She's gonna be hunchback of Notre Dame if she don't knock it off. Yeah, figure it out. You can't do it. You gotta be her. You gotta be her. Like, well, what is that? Like, posture up. What is wrong with you?
I want to know how tall Brown.
She looks tall to me. Maybe because she wears heels too, though. But
she has to be at least 5'9".
And I don't. You know what? I need her to stand next to like Lisa. I mean Angie or Mary, because their heels be like this, and they be. I think they're all short.
I don't know if Angie's even 5 feet. She might be just that.
Yeah.
Lisa always looks. I always thought earlier on that Lisa was taller than she is, but she's actually.
She looks short to me. She looks now. Oh, especially next to her tall husband.
Yeah, I would say Bronwyn's probably the tallest one on. Actually, I mean,
and then her husband's not that tall, so it makes her look like she's like average height.
She's back there.
Oh, let me see.
I would say she's the tallest. She's got to be the tallest one in the group.
Oh yeah, she's all the way in the back. Yeah, they put her back there so that it can even out. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, y'all. So they're going back and forth, and so Bronwyn's not trying to hear anything until she gets that apology. So yeah, F you, I'm out. And
I want to tell her, hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Yeah, exactly. Because Angie had brought up riding dicks and like just all the different
dogs. Yeah, because because Bronwyn gonna tell her, you know, the way you talk to me and because she basically told you to shut the F up, and that's when she was like, wait a minute, the language. You don't talk about language. You talk about the D's and the this and the that. No,
Brittany, like it was brought up like how Angie was slut shaming Brittany by talking about how many dudes she's sleeping with and just all this stuff that had nothing to do really with the exact direct issue, y'all. Mm-hmm. And so then Todd, of course, him being Todd, he comes over and he's like, it's time to take a break, like, because you guys, things are getting heated, I guess, or whatever. Like, you need a drink. Angie, you need another drink or whatever. And she's like, don't ask the person I'm in conflict with, do they need another drink, Todd?
No, that's not what she, no, let's be clear. She said the person that calls me a liar. She says I'm a liar. And I'm like, girl, you are. You might not be a liar. You might not be telling the whole truth, or you are telling what you heard. Just like you brought up to Angie. I mean, to Angie talking about, didn't you say she slept with 10 men? She said, I didn't even use 10 men. Well, 3. Well, that's just as bad. No, it's not. That's 7 more people that you added on. Y'all are literally like keep putting stuff on top of it, like more and more, and then y'all believe it.
Yeah. No, exactly. And yes, I didn't, even though I was like, here comes Todd or whatever, it didn't like really throw me off as much as it has in the past when he's interjected or anything like that. Especially, yeah, because too, he was like, well, one, it's like, don't be asking the person I'm in conflict with stuff. But I do think he was just genuinely like, okay, like, let's just
y'all
stop
both
this.
need a damn drink.
Y'all both, like, he didn't just ignore Andrew and like that. Like, he was being very, I guess, chivalrous in his actions. They can't take Bronwyn, period. Pooh. And I felt, honestly, right, I was right here with you with that. And then this week she kind of like irritated me. So I'll be back on that bandwagon next week, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I agree. Yeah. Twisted Angie's words 100%. Yeah,
she did it to Whitney too. That's why Whitney is sitting there mad too. Like, Bronwyn, I'm cool with you. Why are you twisting my words? I don't know if that's Bronwyn's strategy on the show to make herself go ahead and pop out. You're gonna pop out and pop off the show because nobody's gonna be here for that. Did you see what
happened to you and Heather? But now that is you having a fire over here with Angie, you having this over here. Like it's like, okay, wait, what's really going here on Bronwyn? Because if everybody's saying, yeah, you twisting their words, are you twisting their words? Like, when they do it, it's girl talk. But when Bronwyn does it, they want to check her team Bronwyn. No, and that's why up until with Heather, I was the same way. I was like, no, what's good for the goose, good for gander.
Absolutely.
Be able to talk her junk if you guys are talking your junk. But now it's like, okay.
I just feel like she can do that, but you gotta get the words right and don't put the 2 on the 10 because that's when it starts getting a little funky.
Oh yeah, she does. You need to address the S.
You need to apologize.
Yeah, but that's only half of like that was not the main issue. Can we discuss the main issue and then we'll discuss that part? We got to get to the root of it, though.
Well, I mean, if the other part of the party that I'm discussing it with, and she wants that apology, and that's what she's butthurt on. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, especially if you interrupted me before I could even give it to you to tell me that you need it. Yeah, and then, but here's the thing: I don't get to say I'm sorry to you because you really want it so bad. I say it to you, and then you get to tell me I don't even want it. What, girl? If you don't get out of my face. You want an apology, I give it to you, and you tell me you don't want it because it's not genuine. Well, how could it be when you told me to give it to you? You can't have it both ways. This ain't Burger King. Goofy ass girl.
It's not.
Goofy. That's goofy. That's literally some goofy shit. And that's why Todd probably was over there watching the whole thing and was like, you know what? My wife is over here being crazy. Let me go get her because it's not making sense that she's mad at this girl for telling her to shut the F up. And the whole thing is she apologizes for saying that. And then you're still, and like he told her, why you still stay there? Why was you still over there? Riddle me that, goofy.
She was a
goofy. Get away from me. Go on, get away from me. Don't tell me to apologize. I apologize and then you tell me you don't want it. Get away from me. Because you don't even know what you want. You don't know what you want, so get away from me.
Hi, Carrie. Thank you for joining us. And also, iDossler. Thank you for joining us, y'all. Angie and Whitney were trying to turn Bronwyn against Elisa, and Lisa stood 10 toes behind Elisa, telling them that wasn't her experience. Bronwyn stood 10 toes behind Lisa, telling them that wasn't her experience.
And that's fine, but that doesn't take away that's their experience. You might not. She might not gave that to you, and that could be true. But if I'm telling you, like, this is what she did to me and my cousin, or me and my friend, and this is what I'm telling you, you don't get to say. You could say that she haven't did that to me, and I can say to you, well, good for you. I hope she doesn't. But with her MO, she probably will. It's not for you to sit there and say, well, look, she ain't did it to me, so it can't be true. What? That's not, y'all got to think about, they're not like putting themselves in those shoes. It's like they're literally just saying, what I say go, and what you say don't. We're not having a conversation. We're not friends. Like, you can't, it's not one-sided. It can't be.
Angie starts mess for camera time. I was almost as happy as Meredith was at the end.
Oh, Ray gave me some good. Now, me and Ray hang out, so she gave me some good reasons why she don't like Angie, and I was like, okay, I can't be mad. Same with Kev. Ray and Kev got the same feeling about Angie, and I understand where I can see it a little bit. I can, because if I didn't, I would say that she was flawless, and she's not.
No, I don't think she's flawless.
I think she can do some things better.
I don't mind her flaws, though. I don't mind as much as I mind her flaws are not super. Wait, what am I trying to say? Her flaws are overshadowed, I feel like, by the flaws of other people on this particular franchise. So everybody has their good and bad about them. I just could tolerate, I feel like Angie's bad a lot more than I can tolerate like Heather's bad, or even honestly Lisa this season's been pissing me off. And her issues too. So they all have their stuff. Bronwyn was eating Angie up. Right here, I'll give it to Bronwyn on this first half. Yeah, maybe. But Angie definitely got her lick back when it came to Brittany later, because honey, Angie was going in.
Bronwyn was eating Angie up. I mean, she was, but again, did you ask her to come? I mean, Angie did ask her to come over there to talk to her, but when she told her, wasn't there like a stipulation on what was going to be said? Like she said, I'll go over there and talk to you, but
I don't maybe.
I don't remember, because I was listening and it wasn't watching it. But I remember her saying something. So for me, I felt like, okay, she wants to not argue whatever it is that we're gonna go talk about. Let's make it real brief, or whatever it's gonna be. And so I thought that it was gonna be something brief, and it would have just went really quickly. But for them to sit there and talk the way they was, yeah, Bronwyn did get in her butt. She did. I ain't gonna lie.
Britt told Bronwyn 10 it wasn't really a lie. Angie literally said Lisa will turn on you and try to destroy you. I mean, she keeping it interesting. The Angie glazing is annoying. All day. Exactly.
Yeah, I told you, Kevin and Ray, they gonna be buddies, because they feel the same way.
Angie was not wrong for telling Bronwyn to shut up at the camp. Bronwyn made the situation worse for no reason, and the camp arguing with all of it. Exactly.
I agree. That's what I said. And she told everybody shut up. Let's be clear. Everybody shut up.
It's so long.
I
want to see some high hair situation here. Woo. Yeah, I like to think my hair isn't looking pornish today.
Okay, I might do.
She always talking on defense, trying to make a moment like with Meredith at the Audrey Hepburn party. Meredith was provoked by Angie just like Bronwyn was provoked. I mean, but ultimately though,
Meredith was provoked, and that's fine, but she was still wrong, and she
exactly like
she's wrong, completely wrong, like literally, completely, utterly wrong. I'm sorry.
People are gonna try you every 5 minutes. It's gonna happen, but it depends on how you react, and don't make yourself look like you're talking ish or you're actually the one that's being messy. Like, it's about how you like flip it around. I didn't say she was wrong for telling her shut up. It's the
it is. It amplifies it a lot. A lot. When you say shut the F up, you be like, wait, what? Who the F you talking? That response is, who the F you talking to? That's the response come back.
I do. Yes, I love your Christmas tree. Oh, I still haven't put mine up.
Mine is up, but I'm not done.
Maybe where you're from, anyway. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
All the other times Meredith tried to excuse Angie or make her leave, but this time she hires security just to put her in show up. Yes, you can't get. I'm sorry. I think that was deliberate. I do think it was. She hates them so much she needs to embarrass them, like so extra, which then makes me think that everything you just did up on that podium was for no reason, because you talking about you want to be positive and inclusive and all these things. No, you don't, because you could have just not like did that, but you wanted to. You did it because you wanted to. And Meredith lied. Brittany didn't go up to her. Wait, what part of it?
Brittany didn't go. No, Brittany didn't go up to her. Brooks did. Brittany went to the kids. Brittany went to the kids and went and went and
I don't know
played in their face.
the kids, but Brittany stepped behind the curtain or whatever.
You know what it was?
Brooks and Chloe were back there. They got all
the
Brittany. Then they went up to their mother and
exactly.
told her, Brittany, blah 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 blah. And then that's when Meredith went.
Let's be clear. She could have said, she could have not said what the issue was. She could have said, you know what, I'm having a bad night. Something was said to me, and she did not have to go into what was said and make the mama mad. Like literally, girl, you.
So you're making me look like
you're crying wolf. For me, like you literally like, oh my God, I can't believe she got me something. You literally called her one outside to the girls trying to be funny.
I've always, I don't think you weren't here last season, Kevin, but I've always stood on the fact that I think that Angie's a great housewife. But when I say that, it doesn't mean that I always agree with what these women do. I definitely don't. And that's why I said even yesterday, I was like, no, I'm always going to call some out, even if they are my fave, when they are in the wrong. But in this situation, I don't think it all falls on Angie. I really don't. Oh, no. I can't expect two Brittany going on. Not this week. Everybody's hair was normal this week enough. Or
yeah, I couldn't do Brittany.
We don't. Angie's flaws because she slayed Brittany flaws. Brittany walked. Sorry, y'all. Brittany walked into that. She did, and I'll even give Brittany. I'll even give her grace and didn't purposefully go and tell the kids that or anything like that. I don't think, honestly, she's like smart enough. I don't think to, in this arena, in Housewives arenas, I don't think she's wise enough to have orchestrated it in this way to have Angie getting kicked out or anything like that. Because let Brittany tell it. 5 minutes ago, I genuinely do believe that Brittany thought that her and Bronwyn were about to be friends. You saw how professional she was, like, oh my God, we're about to be friends now. Like, yes.
The thirst.
Bronwyn used her and was basically laughing in her face the entire time whilst allowing Brittany to get in her ear and tell her, the mess. Brittany fell for it. She definitely did. Hey, ladies, I've been chatting with me. Yes, we love that. What the difference between Angie saying Lisa will destroy you or F you over? LOL, Bronwyn didn't lie, in my opinion. Again, I think it all comes down to a matter of they were saying that is the version that they've got. They've been into it with Lisa. They've had issues with Lisa over, the years and stuff like that. Bronwyn, I fully believe that up until this point, Bronwyn probably had not got that version of Lisa at all, because y'all have to remember, let's go back to episode 1 or whatever, when Lisa told us that Bronwyn, first time they crossed paths was in Neiman Marcus or whatever department store it was. And she came up to her like, you look great. Oh my God. Like you're my type of girl. And Bronwyn was like, who is this? So
I'm looking down at her.
Already saw like everything she probably wanted to emulate or surround herself with in Bronwyn. So of course she wasn't going to give that version to Bronwyn at all until Bronwyn kind of came into her arena, this Housewives arena probably, and then she decided to show a different side of herself.
Her real side.
Bronwyn side. I couldn't care less about Brittany. Brittany, I understand, y'all. Like Brittany, she got her mess and stuff like that, but she's been keeping things going. She's been doing a hell of a lot more than Meredith was doing until this episode.
Here's another thing. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut you off. Here's another thing. We know Bronwyn twists up words. This is another word she twists up. That fool Angie says, "Don't walk away, because that's cheap." What Bronwyn say? Oh, so I'm cheap. Bro, literally, what is wrong with your hearing? Did you not hear what she said to you? She literally said to you, "Don't walk away. That's cheap." You said, "Oh, so I'm cheap now." I was like, Bronwyn, this is the thing that you are doing. You are doing this is you. This is you thing. This is her, y'all. This is her. If y'all don't think so, just imagine she did that in front of her face just then. That what she's doing behind everybody's back. When she's talking about, I'm trying to figure out the ladies. They all talk about each other. So what you do? I'm gonna join in. I'm gonna talk about them too. Weird. You're weird. That's weird.
Bronwyn was allowing them to let her see. They were seeing Bronwyn sweat, and I wish she wouldn't have let that happen. And she was like flustered in this episode or something. Like you could visibly see that she's allowed all this to get up under her skin. And I thought she was better than that. That's more so where I'm at right now. Like I thought I held you to a higher standard. I thought that you were going to, pull a fast one on them, and somehow I think they wound up pulling a fast one on you. Like what? Y'all are too funny in here. I'll give it to Angie. The high body count hair was iconic. It was. Brooks was like, "Girl, why are you telling me?" in his slow voice. No, he was there ready to get involved.
Did y'all see how Lisa came right back and said basically,
oh my God, wait.
Cosign. Y'all saw Lisa cosign about the hair though, right? Because she told her you need to get that flat iron. You need to get that thermal, that thermal. That's it. So it's all in the way you say it. It's all in the way you say it, because that's exactly what the hairstylist said to you. Your hair. She came for your hair because she's a stylist. That's what she did.
Said that. She was like, yeah, she was like,
literally, that's what she did. And can
suggestion actually that I'm actually helping you out. Hey, Yvette.
Yvette.
Let me just catch up with these comments real quick, y'all, so we can knock out this last part of the episode. Brittany's hair is dated. Y'all are so funny.
It is, and it's actually making her look older. Like she's not a bad look. She's a pretty lady to me. I just think that she's dated. She needs a makeover. Somebody needs to. Where the makeover shows at? Remember the makeover shows? Where the makeover shows? She need a makeover. And then Jared will probably like her more. He probably likes her, but he's probably like, girl, you're dated. You're cute, but you're dated.
Brittany got used. I felt a little bad. She did. I love the fact Bronwyn, and I'm okay with that. Bronwyn isn't going to forget what Brittany said about her marriage. No, and Brittany forgot that Brittany thought that just because they apologized to one another or made amends or whatever, that she wasn't going to ever hear anything else negative. She learned.
Brittany put it into the universe. She said, "See, so I'm glad we're friends. I mean, at least for a hot minute. Why would you say that? Like literally, what? That's just what you put it in the universe, and it literally. Even Brown said, "Well, I gave her 5. You didn't give her that long, but okay, dummy, dumb."
Yeah, I've definitely said this a couple times prior to these last like 2 episodes. Once we got to her bat mitzvah stuff. Yeah, I was saying that
she doesn't want to tell us what's really going on.
Yeah, the stuff that we actually want to see, she probably is not going to talk about. No. It was. She did read her fulfilled. Well, feeling pushing her grandfather husband in a wheelchair. She knows it looks super.
Wow.
Y'all are too much, but okay. So meanwhile, y'all, as they were over there, or whatever, and then once they walk off and stuff like that, and Todd and Brown will go off, she's like telling him, everything that we just said about, what did he say? Well, you should have walked away sooner, and you weren't giving me a
walk away.
Like all those things. And she's trying to collect herself, of course. And she's also embarrassed because then they're having this conversation in front of the bartender. It was a lot going on. And after that conversation, Angie went over there to Mary and Sean, who were like, what's going on? So at that same time, then this is when Whitney gets involved Whitney went up to Heather actually to kind of hash out what was said at the camp day or whatever about Heather saying negative things, I guess, or no, Whitney saying negative things about Heather behind her back or whatever. And Heather's whole thing was like, no, like the stuff that Bronwyn said that you said or whatever, like you said that to me. So it's really nothing that we need to talk about. Like Heather was cool on it.
They have an understanding.
Do you feel like, okay, is that the case? Or do you feel like that was Heather's way of not letting Bronwyn think that she was like telling her something that she didn't already know or whatever? I feel like it was more so Heather being strategic and not letting Bronwyn know that like, oh yeah, like I knew that, like you didn't tell me anything I didn't know. Like I'm not bothered by that. You can't see me flustered out here. You can't. I think that was more so the angle that Heather took. I don't, because any other time, if anybody else brought that up to her, I do feel like she would have been bothered by it and been like, Whitney, oh, like that would have caused.
Yeah, we've seen her getting Whitney's behind. You're right.
She's not gonna let Bronwyn think that she is not playing
between them.
Playing that game and getting in between them. She's not gonna let her do that. But yeah, so that was that. She studies spying, of course, anyway. And this is when Whitney's like, Whitney says Bronwyn is taking her words and spinning them, which we heard that from Angie, didn't we? And Whitney says, or no, she's saying this to Lisa, and then Lisa is like, of course, going to overtalk and call her a liar. And I think she even got mad because Whitney told her to shut up or whatever. So they start going back and forth, y'all. And this is when Bronwyn and Maylee and Brittany are over there. They're taking selfies or doing something stupid, whatever. And they've all like clicked up, them three, for like 5 minutes. And this is when Brittany, as I said before, she's super happy. Her and Bronwyn are friends now. Like, oh my gosh, it's so great. And the conversation's not over though, between Angie and Bronwyn and everything. And so then Angie, Lisa, and Whitney join Brittany and Bronwyn. And this is where we get another whole second part of the conversation. And Angie says they talked, but Bronwyn twisted the words that were said. And Brittany says to Angie that she feels like she is dramatic when it comes to certain things. And Brittany's still very much mad that Angie supposedly called her a slut. Like, that was Brittany's main thing. Like, you were trying to slut shame me, basically. We get the flashbacks at Mary's house and all that. And this is where Bronwyn reveals I'm not going to say us, because I already knew that Bronwyn was still not going to play Brittany close, but Brittany seemed to think that wasn't going to be the case between them, because Bronwyn leans over to drop a nugget into, I guess that was Angie's ear, about how Brittany told her earlier that she thinks that Angie called her a slut, basically because Angie's a slut. And so then Angie's like, oh, bet. So you going to talk about me like that? And that's where we start to get everything that we were saying in these comments, y'all. Angie starts to cut through Brittany. Like,
Brittany lied too. Brittany lied in that moment because she said, I told you, I said that I called you that you did that, when you were dating. No, you said that about Sean. You said her husband's name in that moment. You said, yeah, that's probably how she is with Sean. Is what you said. You didn't say nothing about before him, dating, none of that. Girl, you said out your mouth, that's probably how she is with Sean.
Yes.
When it plays back and Angie see that, you better duck.
Yeah. That is
heard it through the grapevine.
Oh my God. Because I think about those California raisins for some odd reason.
I've been thinking about them.
I think about I don't know why.
I'm gonna tell you why I thought about them recently.
I don't even like raisins.
I love raisins, but the reason why I've been thinking about them and a lot of things, because during the Super Bowl they bring out, Super Bowl's coming and they start bringing out the old commercials and stuff. And the other day, not to change the subject, but the other day I saw the old commercial. Anybody that's around my age, y'all remember my baloney as a first name? It's OSCAR. My baloney as a second name is AYER. Okay, the whole little song I don't want to go into, but I love it. Little kid sitting down eating his bologna sandwich. Why'd they play that commercial during football? I said, y'all better quit playing with me. I love the nostalgia. Now let's get back to our lecture.
I agree. Brown should have walked away and leave Angie acting like a chihuahua. That
would have been a better thing. That would have been a better thing.
That conversation there, first of all, like not the right place, but his Housewives. Yeah. Bronwyn's husband reminds me of Biden. He doesn't know where he is at and what's going on and how.
I cannot. Don't disrespect our president. Leave our president alone. We're going to be there for a little bit longer. Leave him alone.
Y'all know I do not talk about politics up here, but that was a great analogy. That's insane. But yeah, he just be there ready to rain. every time. Yep, y'all have Heather figured out when it comes to Bronwyn. She's so threatened by her. I hope that, eye dazzler.
We don't. I do. I wouldn't mind Monica coming back. I would not mind.
What is her place though? Like, what her
go
place?
give Heather, go light a fire under Heather just because.
If she fine, I'll allow her to come back for one season to get Heather off, and then she can go.
One season. That's all I need.
Brittany only turned up to Meredith's event because she got the 411ers, but
what?
Buns like rolls. The
oh
roll.
No. I cannot.
The roll. I love having you in the chat.
Bronwyn hates Brittany. It's appearance. Well, we got to break down who hate who on at the end. Anyway,
I loved when I was telling that. Hello, that set it all the way off. Y'all are so funny. Angie turns into Shaw when she flips. Ooh.
She kind of do. She
kind of do. Dress comment had me dying.
Everything, the heels, everything.
Yes, and I was like, she read her down. Oh
and
my
then
god!
When I looked at her hair and stuff, I said, "You are outdated." I couldn't put my finger on what it is about Brittany that it's not that I don't like. It's just like, what is it that is not making me be like, "Dang, she bomb." That's it. You're outdated, and your roots are dark, and you got this. She need her hair done.
I don't understand why Bronwyn is committed to disliking Brittany. Bronwyn doesn't like Angie or Brittany, but Bronwyn threw Brittany on the bus because she dislikes Brittany more. It's because like she doesn't take her serious. It's just like you should never disrespect somebody. No, I'm not saying that, y'all. But it's just like you've never just like, I don't know, seen people. It's just like we're just not like, we just don't click. And
remember, Brittany is the one at first comment she said to her, "I like your costume."
And it's also
the first thing to just throw her off.
You've openly admitted basically you're a shit mom. You've openly admitted that you're like she puts men at the center of her life willingly all the time. There's just certain things that have made her characteristically like not a likable person probably to somebody. I'm entertained because I ain't got to be friends with her. Like in real life, I couldn't be friends with somebody like Brittany because you cannot come around me and consistently harp on how this man be treating you bad and don't see it for you and just and throws your hand away when he sees other women when you walk down the street and all that. You can't tell me that type of stuff. I tell you, hey, you should probably like not be with that person. You should probably focus on getting back and good with your kids, and then you literally I turn around and you're back with him on Instagram the next day. Like that's gonna make me be like, I'm over you. Like you look like an airhead to me. Like bye.
I think that's the right word. Airhead is the right word. And I'm not calling her that, but she does just seem like she's just like submissive, even around Jared. And I feel like she just kind of looks at the room and tries to get in where she fit in. Even when Mary told her to shut up or she wasn't talking to her, like even in that moment, I don't want her to really go at Mary, but I do. Like I need you to grow some cojones. Like I need you to open your mouth and say something, but not if it's gonna cause you to go backstage and go cry. Like you can't have a whole argument or we talking about each other and then you turn around and go cry and tell somebody my feelings are hurt. Girl, you better grow a backbone.
Yeah. Y'all should probably y'all should start a petition, get her back here. I'm going to report the petition every I'm going to report it, but y'all should do that. I mean, honestly,
come on.
No, the show was legendary after that final scene last week. So just that they have been serving without Gunica in the building. I'm just saying, y'all.
They have. But Gunica Joe can bring something.
Thank you. Me and Orange Blossom see each other. Okay. Imagine who Jen.
I'm not a fan of hers either, but I just want her to come on.
Ooh, imagine who Jen Shaw knows now inside. I'd be scared if I was. Apparently she's been in charge of girls since she, has touched down in there. So
she ain't in charge of that Waddy. What she say? I sucked her in her eye, right? They didn't tell her. Y'all know. I got those hands. I got those hands.
She's been like organizing talent shows or something in there. She's been doing stuff. She been.
You gotta keep yourself busy. Ain't she about to get out early too?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the end of next year, but that's probably going to get pushed up. I want to say,
Yeah, I think she can get out before that.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, so Angie's like, "You think I'm a slut, Brittany? Oh, okay, bet. I don't look like I have any of those things. So okay, bet. And Angie tells Brittany her hair looks spornish, like I said before. She says that, you know, that's a high body count dress, that's high body count heels, that's high body count hair, that's all the things, like literally slicing and dicing through her with her words. And she's like, you can take your little bumper and you can walk away. And Brittany actually does walk away in tears, like, oh my God, Angie, you're just, screw you. Like, you're just so mean. Oh my God. Like, would you take somebody serious that acted like that too? No, you wouldn't, y'all. You would be like, girl, bye. And Angie is going in though, y'all. And
Angie was on a roll. She couldn't stop.
She was. You saw how Seth was trying to shotgun the ice sculpture too.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that earlier. I was like, you couldn't wait to drink. That's the first thing that came to my mind, is that he wants to put his mouth under the ice and tell him to shoot it. I was like, Seth, go get your red cup,
y'all.
Go get your red cup.
Couldn't wait. Meredith is probably mortified, as she usually is, I think, by his antics. So anyway, Brittany goes to Mazel and Whitney, and she's telling them that she's leaving because Angie says she has slutty vibes. Like, who would say that to me? And they're like, oh my God. And Mazel turns up, she's like, oh my God, Angie, like, oh, because Angie's still going off. And Brittany's just super upset. And she's telling them how she's leaving. And Angie says, and this part made me laugh, I can't lie, because Angie was so much on a roll, y'all. When Mazel turned and she was like, oh my God, like what? She's like, and you have a bumper situation going on too, or whatever.
I was like, girl,
and Mazel was like, oh, I didn't. That was funny to me. That was really funny. Sorry, you got it straight, but oh well, on a roll. Like,
just give them a certificate or a gift card to your salon.
Facts. This is gonna be great. Oh, she needs to turn this into some type of promo for the salon. Like, she needs to.
She really can.
I hope I see some merch or something. She has to turn this into.
Oh God.
She has to pull a Candy with this one. You know, Candy will turn anything into a business. Whitney's like, you know, that was kind of mean to Angie, and Brittany's literally somewhere crying. We hear her on the mic or whatever. She steps behind. This is when she steps behind the thing or whatever. And Meredith's kids go over there and they're like, oh my God, like, you look great. Like, that's so mean. And well, Angie's still standing on business though. And when Brooks and Chloe go up to Meredith to tell her what all happened,
Brittany was crying.
Yeah, they said that Brittany was crying and everything. And because of being called slutty, basically. And Brittany then comes up to Meredith to tell her goodbye or whatever, because she was called slutty and all these things and slut shamed by Angie and yada yada yada. Lisa also walks up, of course, and Meredith's starting to take all this in. Angie walks up and she's like, you know, she's not even really, I feel like, trying to instigate things as much as she was like, girl, like, you gotta admit though, like, you were, you know, you said some things too or whatever, like, and you gotta understand that calling an old school Greek girl like me a slut or whatever is really off limits. So Angie, I feel like she wasn't yelling or anything like that. She was trying to like kind of like get in Brittany's ear, and they would like kind of like talk or like re-navigate the situation. But as she's saying this, Meredith jumps in and she's like, you know what? You've called everyone here a slut and a whore, and I'm not even really sure why you're here. So then Angie's like, I'm here because like, I was invited. Like, are you serious about to do this? Like, what are you doing? And Meredith's like, you know what? You could just go. You could go. And she's like, are you serious? Like, are we really doing this right? Like, Meredith, like, you invited me here. This is like completely like out of line. And so the Meredith's like calling for security, trying to get her escorted out. She says that she's disrespected everybody in this group, and she's disrespected her as a woman. She said she disrespected her as a woman. She's tired of her disrespecting everyone. And Angie, so then she has the bodyguards in front of her, and she's like, seriously, like, first of all, I'm 100 pounds. I don't need to be escorted. I don't need you guys to escort me out. I can walk out. Thanks. And she does wind up like walking away and stuff. was that actually Brittany's coat that she threw?
Yes.
Oops, she throws Brittany's coat and she walks off or whatever. And Lisa, Mary, and I want to say Whitney eventually went to go check on Angie, who was obviously upset by this, like really upset by this.
I don't think Whitney was there. I don't think Whitney was
there. She came out for like 2 seconds.
Okay, because I remember I do remember Mary and
Lisa, and then Whitney came in for like 2.2 seconds. I don't really think she did anything of value. I do remember seeing her. And obviously Sean was there too. And he's just like Sean. I don't think Sean was phased because I don't think that he, even though
he got phased. I'm gonna tell you when he got phased. When Angie and Lisa hugged and Angie said, "I love you." He was like,
"Yeah, probably."
He clenched his jaws. I was like, "Oh, I know that." Yeah, because he knows that he already told he don't like the way Lisa talked to her. So for you to see her and tell you love her, and you had this big old argument with all these ladies right now, and here you go, don't tell this broad you love her. I seen his jaws clench up. I was like, "Yeah, you don't like that, huh, Sean?" But I like Sean because he don't get in it. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say, "Let's go." He didn't say nothing. He just was there.
But when he speaks it, when he does open his mouth, it be making sense, and it's
definitely
it adds to the conversation or situation.
Definitely.
I guess I mean like he didn't he wasn't phased as far as like he didn't look upset that they were getting kicked out or anything like that. I think that's put no stock into this relationship for real. Like he was cute, he kept it cute and said like, yeah, I want to move forward and stuff like that. That was in support of his wife. That's not in support of him actually truly wanting to really probably be friends with these people or whatever. So he's probably like, of course there's gonna be some ish. That's why I didn't even freaking valet the car. I just left it in front because I knew it was gonna be some ish.
Right.
That's probably the angle he was taking, I think.
Yeah, because when you think about it, the fact that she did invite both of them, and then the way she really didn't get a resolve with Sean, Meredith didn't get a resolve with Sean, just basically saying, you know, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but you know, I know this is what you said. And he's like, that's not what I said. So even with that, y'all didn't really resolve, and here y'all go just sweeping it under the rug. And now here, yeah, come to my bar mitzvah. What? And then this happened.
And it's just like, she said it. We heard her say in her confessional early in the episode, like, yay, like I want things to be inclusive and positive. I'm hoping like we'll be good and all these things. If that's the case, if you really were truly trying to be in a better place with these people, you wouldn't like, there's no reason, you didn't have to kick them out. You totally went against what you just said 20 minutes before that. Like you literally didn't have to do this. You chose to do this, which means you actively want to
embarrass them. Yeah, you want to embarrass them.
You don't want to be friends with these people. Which
here's another thing.
That's fine, but don't invite me then. Don't act like it's cool and in order to then get me here and try to, you know, publicly embarrass me or something like that. Because you were looking, if it wasn't this, y'all, it would have been something else. It would have been, like she would have found something to kick her out about or have an issue with her about.
Yeah,
but she had to invite them there though, because that would have made her look like the bad guy and make her look like she's the one that's trying to continue this them. Yeah, she had to invite them, but
and the other part, and in this scene, like I told you, I was not here for Mei Lee because literally when Meredith was getting ready to go off, Mei Lee said, because Mei Lee opened her mouth and said, Brittany, you did say that outside, because remember, Brahma put the bug in her ear, and then she said, Mei Lee said to Brittany, you did say it, and then Brittany was like Mei Lee, or I don't know if she said her name or she said one word to her, which was like stop or don't say nothing or whatever it was, and then Mei Lee just shut up, and you're sitting in between the two people. Meredith is right here, Angie's right here. You know doggone well that girl also called Angie the same word. So if you're going to be mad, or we're going to be mad at slut shaming, you got to be mad at both of them. And because you didn't even hear it, all you wanted to do is have a moment to kick them out. That's what you have. But you still look like the butthole. You still come out looking dumb. You did all this ceremony just to be an asshole at the end. How does that work?
Exactly.
And like I said, Mei Lee could have helped out. I just feel like Mei Lee could have been like Meredith. No, literally, Brittany did. It was something that was said Brittany responded and said this. It wasn't the right thing on both their ends, and it could have been squashed. But no, everybody gonna sit there and everybody gonna just act like Brittany didn't say anything, and Brittany is sitting here lying and playing the victim. Like, I can't believe she said that. When you believed it when you said it about her, it was okay when you said it about her, though.
For sure. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, man. Maybe's job was to say something more than
she said something. She said it, but then she just let it go. I was like, "Girl, what are you here for?"
No command presence. She just doesn't like it's. Yeah, you didn't help try to this situation at all. You didn't.
Mm-hmm. You let Brittany tell you to tell people what I said, girl.
Mm-hmm. Let me just hit this last little part, y'all. We'll go over the comments, and then we could talk a little bit more if y'all want. So obviously, like I said, Angie, she's gone. She, excuses herself or whatever after hugging them or whatever and exchanging I love you. Mind you, Lisa had said when she walked up, she was like, she understands why Angie's upset and everything, but at the same time, she doesn't understand how Angie doesn't see her part in it, basically, and how she says things that are hurtful sometimes. I'm like, wow, Lisa's gonna be Lisa.
Piece of work. Mm-hmm.
Wow, Lisa, like y'all just made up like last week, and then now like crazy how you can pick and choose when to have everybody else's back, but God, as Bronwyn said, ride your dick like it is their job.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So we end again, as my sis had mentioned before, with everybody basically like, what is it? Angie has beef with Bronwyn right now and Meredith. Meredith despises Angie. Bronwyn and Angie have their issue. Whitney have their issue. Heather's always looking for an opportunity to have an issue with a person. Brittany and Bronwyn got their stuff / Brittany and Angie. So y'all all over. Sure, it's a spider web filled with people that are not truly friends with other people. And Bronwyn, I don't know why she was even looking for Lisa in this moment, but I did catch her like looking for Lisa for whatever reason. And so Lisa and Meredith, though, they cheers to Puerto Vallarta. Y'all, they're about to go to Puerto Vallarta. But pause. You guys are probably like, wait, where's this coming from? Oh, it's because before everything hit the fan between everybody, Lisa planned a girls' trip to Puerto Vallarta. So we end with everyone, having issues with everybody, but we know that we're about to go put them all into one house on an island or whatever.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy. Wait.
And this is probably where we're going to get all the Lisa. What?
You're not going to be an island. Puerto Vallarta is in Mexico, y'all. Before somebody comes for me. I know my.
I know you know it was Mexico. I knew what you meant.
In somebody's paradise beefing. Okay.
Right.
That was wild though. Let's go back in y'all's comments and chat a little bit more before we get out of here. I don't understand why Bronwyn. Where do we leave off? Monica. The little ones who's angry. We need to replace Angie K with the other Angie whose husband had that hater page on Angie H, right?
Yes, Angie H. That's the one.
She can be brought back on as friend. You know who else I saw in the background ready to like jump in there? You know that other lady that I think it's Meredith's friend. Yeah, I think it's Meredith's friend that she's a blonde lady, and she's always I remember one time when Lisa had her event last season that she took like the shot ski or whatever.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
That like she always she's like she'd be ready. She's like, please give me my snowflake. I am ready. Yes. And honestly, at this point in time, she's always at least looking the part. So that's already better than Maylee right there. Why didn't you bring her on as the fucking friend? Because Jesus. Anyway. I already saw that. You can't see them, but you can hear them. Y'all are funny. Brittany didn't know what to do. Now she said, I am in serious shock. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't take somebody that's like, you don't even know. I can't even spar with you because it's like, you can't, no, like,
Make me feel bad.
You just make me feel bad for even coming for you. Was Angie's husband eyeing a versus?
Bye, I can't do it. I can't with you. Mama, let me tell you something. Brooks is becoming, not that he wasn't handsome before, but he's literally coming into his look. I was like, look at Brooks getting grown.
Obviously, when he first was introduced on the show and stuff like that, he was, still figuring himself out, and I think he's obviously figured himself out and is more probably comfortable in his own skin, his own.
You can see it. You can see it. I like it.
Your wife Sean can go. Yes, she said that. She was like, you take your husband and you guys can leave. Like, what?
I was like, why Sean gotta leave? He did nothing. I mean, I know it's your husband, but dang, why you gotta bring him up?
I wish I to just be a house husband for like one season. Like, I just wish I could just jump into certain people's shoes for just one season and see like the roller coaster that they go on, being like attached to the shit show. Like, that's gotta be crazy. Yes, y'all know I always respect y'all's opinions, so this is all fun.
Let's rate the thing.
I
definitely was gonna give it a 9 for sure. I just didn't know if I was gonna put the 0.5 on it. I definitely give it a 9.
I think I'm gonna go with 8.
I'm gonna go with 8.
Acceptable 8. Yeah, it was. You
know what? For me, I told you. I'm sorry, y'all. These almonds are so good, but I told you it was peaking. Like it's so funny because I watched when it got to the last 15 minutes. I sat on my bed. I was in my bathroom and I was listening to it. And then I sat on my bed for when Angie and Brown went to go talk. And I was sitting there, and then the commercial break. And then I fast forward, and I got back on, and I was like, I literally was having like, it can't get no better. Wait, and then it just kept going. It just kept peaking for me. So I was like, God, dog, what else is about to be said? Like literally, I was like, it was like I was
first. It was like it was me seeing Brittany literally get set up. I saw that happening.
I didn't see it. You good? I knew
Bronwyn was not. She wasn't serious about being nice to her.
No.
So and then it was like Mary looking in the windows took me completely out.
Bronwyn saying that she's not gonna take a picture with the girls because she don't have porn hair. I said, bye, girl.
Hair, okay.
Oh, a mess. Like,
so little moments.
And the girl was like, okay.
Oh my God, y'all are too much in these comments. Not Chinese.
The quote was still come on now.
Oh my God, y'all. I think we got a call from Timu. Something. I love it. Could look classy one time instead of being a. I mean, I think that I like Whitney's looks a lot of times. I think hey, if you want to show off, a little cleavage here, a little leg there, hey, do you, girl, I guess. I just think it's like certain people just naturally have sex appeal. So no matter if they wear a sweater, a turtleneck sweater, and the baggiest jeans in the world, like some people are it's just gonna,
they just ooze out. I was about to say when Bronwyn, when Bronwyn, oh God, what was I about to just tell you? Bronwyn, oh God, I'm so mad. I'm sorry, I can't think of what was the last comment. Wait, let me see. Let me the comment. Something I wanted to just say. Some people could Meredith.
Yeah, I think I accidentally skipped that one. Some people could say that Meredith stuck up for Brittany, but Meredith 100% tried to embarrass Angie by asking her out. Meredith also did. Yeah, I want you guys to not look over that fact too. Like Meredith wasn't doing that because she didn't play Captain Save-A-Ho with Brittany. Like she wasn't doing that. It was done to benefit her completely.
Right. Let me get y'all back for being on the podcast.
Facts. We appreciate you, Kimmy. We appreciate y'all so much. Make sure, again, we are streaming from both channels. Y'all make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share on both channels. Shout out to everybody who's watching on X. I liked Mary made up with Meredith and dissed her one.
Oh, that
she did. She was like, "What is?" Oh,
she was like, "I don't think I like this." I said,
"You never say that Mary's not an honest friend," and I love that.
I love it too.
At least she's self-centered, man. If you're not a Wendy burger or a buy her, alcohol, at least ain't interested at all, or got, you know, nice things that are like nicer than her things.
I can't wait to see what on the reunion when they reiterate what Todd said, that their liquor ain't that good anyway.
Oh, I can't wait for that. No, she's not gonna be nasty about it. She's gonna say like, she's gonna flip it in some way. I believe in UFOs too. Okay, cool. Angie can come. She can come on. The last episode is back off our girl Angie. Bronwyn, Brittany, Meredith, and the security came for Angie, but Angie stood on business, and even through security, queen behavior. I was here for it. Yeah, she did. And that's
Angie told her. Angie told her, tell her to come talk to me. She doing all that crying. Tell her to come talk to me.
She didn't even let them. She was upset by being kicked out or nothing like that until she walked off the side. Like she kept her head up high and, you know, bowed out gracefully.
Even and clown Meredith and clowned her on the way out. When in between the security, what they locked up, she's standing over them. I mean, behind them. She was like, "Girl, don't want me out. You didn't even bring me a get to my." What did she say? Like, your etiquette is off. Like, girl, you got red still. Even though you kicked somebody else, you still got red, Meredith. Yo, it fell flat, and you sound drunk. You sound drunk. Security for Angie, girl. All you had to do is say, Angie, you can leave now. Just like how you left for Mary, she would have been able to do the same thing. You need security, girl.
Y'all are crazy. Ray said 9.
Yeah, I got
5 because extra for Mary peeking in the windows. 8 would have been a 10 if Monica rocked up and Jen tunneled her way up from the ground with this. Well, yeah, of course that would be 100 then if we saw that. Yeah. Knows the assignment. She still does. Y'all don't get me wrong. Like I'm not wait, no shit, bro. She's too right now.
I mean, not like that, but literally, Mary's not the only. She's the only black person on there, but it is what it is.
I don't know how that would fit into, because you know it's such heavily based around the Mormon religion and stuff like that. So I don't like. Yeah, I think they need a specific type of person to be on this particular franchise. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to seem very off place if they put certain other people in there. I feel like, because they'd be like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. What is a fireside? What are you saying? So I think this group works enough. At least I'll say that. I meant to keep Mary. Yeah, and Mary's obviously used to being around this group and stuff, even though she's not Presbyterian. She is. I
don't know what's her denomination.
Oh, met her. I don't want to keep just saying whatever. She's. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. Angie K has been good this season. She blocked me up. Shut up.
Wait, what? Angie K has been good this season. Blocked me on IG. I have no idea.
What are you doing? Who are you doing? Not her girl blocked you. Oh my god. Stop, y'all. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. It looks like we all are kind of about the same. Wait, kind of said, you two are seriously willing for Angie K in this live. So unfortunate. I don't have an issue, Kevin. I've said it for the past 12 episodes. I never had an issue with Angie. I do think that she has her flaws, like everybody, but
Mary's it's Pentecostal.
I saw Presbyterian, Pentecostal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna windmill for Angie if I want to. I'm just playing. No, but I do feel like Angie held her own. There was a lot thrown at her. She and you know, she at least she didn't run off crying. You know, she stayed in her mess with Bronwyn, with Meredith. She stays there and take it. Like, so, you know, whether we like her or not like her, she still she earns her check.
She does, because she worked for it. She did. I have to say that. I mean, she came in. She like a guest at first, then a friend, and now she worked her way up to being, you know, right in the front, center snowflakes and different stuff. So I guess Bravo sees something in there at least, y'all. So nonetheless, I enjoyed talking about this episode with you guys, as I always do, 2 days in a row. First of all, unfortunately, we'll be back to our normal schedule next week, which well, fortunate for us, but y'all won't get us obviously twice in 1 week. We do get if somehow
unless they drop. Well, we got Mary's dress.
Yeah, I mean, how many?
I wonder if they wearing pink.
How many episodes do we have in this season, y'all? I don't know.
I feel like it's where we at 12. It's probably gonna be 16.
Unless are they gonna leave off on the vacation again like last season, or
you think so? Oh man,
I think that was just because of the circumstance last season.
They're definitely gonna do the Lisa the on Lisa strips. I think when they all turn into the Lisas, I think it's gonna be on her.
Oh trip. Yeah, I think so too. Oh, it says 16. Well, according to Wikipedia, y'all.
I'm trying to tell you, that's what I think it is. When I think about the episodes, I'm like, it's probably about to be 16. Probably gonna get 4 more episodes, and then down to the reunion. We're probably gonna get 3 of those episodes might be Puerto Vallarta, and then
I don't know if we're dang.
All I was gonna go into Christmas.
Well, yeah, the 25th is obviously Christmas. And unfortunately, that is a Wednesday. So I think we're gonna have to move some things around, obviously, that week too, y'all. So just be patient with us, please, because I see that the 25th lands on a Wednesday. So we shall see. But it does definitely say
double up on that following week.
4 more episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Smile, you're being recorded. Ooh, okay. So we'll be here, y'all. Beat us here every week, please and thank you. If you have not liked the videos by now, like the videos again. Share for both channels. Shout out to everybody on X.
This was a great conversation, guys. I enjoyed myself.
I sure did, y'all. Yes, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I guess we will see you in the next one.
Bye, guys. See y'all next week.
Bye.